News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, a road is closed after a lightning strike. Mercier lands on scene following a vehicle accident, and an RV fire is fueled by high winds. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, February 1st, 2016. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. Power has been restored to all Valley Electric Association members after a series of weather-related outages on Sunday. The main outage left approximately 1,055 members without power. This outage affected an area from Kellogg Road to Hafen Ranch Road on the south end of town. VEA sustained a total of 13 other weather-related incidents in Pahrump and Amargosa. According to the utility, they received notice that lightning struck a pole on Kellogg Road, destroying that pole and creating a domino effect that damaged a total of 6 poles. Valley Electric Association estimates that there were 110 to 115 lightning strikes in the Pahrump area during yesterday's extreme weather. VEA reported that they immediately dispatched crews and restored power quickly to most members. Valley Electric Association's crews worked through the night to repair the damage caused by the storm. By approximately 4 a.m. this morning, all power had been restored. We spoke to Fire Chief Scott Lewis about the incident.
There was, my understanding, there was a number of telephone poles, utility poles that were actually came down with the wires as a result of that severe thunderstorm we were talking about a little earlier. And as a result, power outages and the multiple poles down, so they had to take care of that by shutting down Kellogg Road. We were dispatched along with Valley Electric and the Sheriff's Office. Upon arrival, we made sure we created a safe area. We met with Valley Electric representatives and we exchanged the scene to them.
And this evening, emergency crews are working a 2-vehicle accident on Highway 372 and Blagg Road. We'll have more on that story on tomorrow night's newscast. One female was airlifted following a rollover accident on the west side of town Friday night.
Friday night, we were dispatched to report of a 1-vehicle rollover, and as we were en route, we were informed that one person was trapped within the vehicle. When on our arrival, we did in fact find a vehicle that was resting on its side. The crews shored up the vehicle, completed an extricated the person from the vehicle, and then transferred patient care to Mercier 21, who arrived at the scene.
Was the person seatbelted in when you guys removed them?
Not when we removed them, obviously. I don't know whether they were seatbelted at the time of the mechanism, but on our crew's arrival, I don't believe that person was in the seatbelt at that moment, but they could have disengaged it.
And were they mechanically or medically entrapped?
A little bit of both. The vehicle resting on its side, the vehicle was unstable, and they were unable to egress out on their own. The passenger side door was into the ground, and of course the driver's side being so high, it's very difficult to lift that door. So mechanically, we did a quick extrication via a windshield removal and brought them right out through the front.
And only one occupant?
Yes.
And no other vehicles or animals involved?
Not that I'm aware of.
An elderly couple ran off the roadway yesterday afternoon during the middle of the storm on Highway 160.
During the middle of the severe storm that we had yesterday, it was a severe thunderstorm had rolled through the area. The roads were slick, and it's my understanding a vehicle slid off the roadway, went down a slight embankment, and actually was straddling a drainage culvert with water racing through it. And so the driver had self-extricated. However, the passenger front seat occupant was unable to do that. Our crews shored up the vehicle. We, in fact, opened up the passenger side door and were able to successfully bring that patient out and walk her up to an ambulance. She was actually uninjured as a result of the accident, but had a prior medical history that allowed her to need some assistance.
And so this accident occurred just by losing control on the roadway, you think?
That's my understanding, that the wet roads were maybe a catalyst to that accident occurring.
And you had Rescue 15 there, right?
Right. Rescue 15 was there because it was informed to us early on in the call that there was still an occupant in the vehicle, and considering it went down to a drainage area, it was thought that there was mechanical entrapment. And technically there was entrapment, but it wasn't a result of a mechanical means. It was because of the precarious position the vehicle came on.
And that was an issue, right? Making sure that that vehicle was stable.
Yeah, the vehicle was relatively stable. However, the doors were directly over the culvert, so it was a little bit, precarious as far as bringing the passenger out, but it was quickly remedied.
The driver of a vehicle was arrested last night for DUI after crashing his car on Wilson Street near Shawnee Ridge. Shortly after the crash, the car caught fire.
Last night we were dispatched to a report of a motor vehicle accident with the vehicle on fire. It was unknown whether the status of the occupant, whether they had egressed or were able to get out of the vehicle prior to the fire occurring. We arrived on location, found the vehicle off of the roadway, is resting upright, and the occupant had self-extricated. We did have a well-involved engine compartment that was extending to the passenger compartment. Crews made a good attack, halted the forward progress of that fire, checked the patient medically, patient AMA'd, and was turned over to the care and custody of the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
Because possible drunk driver, right?
That was my understanding, that they were going to be ruling that out through their investigation.
And then only one occupant in this vehicle?
Yes, one occupant.
There was some issue with them not wanting to get out of the vehicle. Is that true?
I don't know that point, but on our arrival, that patient or that occupant, the patient was out of the vehicle.
Did the fire start because of the accident?
Unknown. It's under investigation.
The owners of an RV were luckily uninjured Saturday morning when the vehicle's engine compartment caught fire on Irene Street.
We got dispatched for an RV fire on Blag and Irene. Engine 4 on arrival found a 30-foot Class A RV, fire showing from the front of the cab engine compartment. Engine 4 stretched out 2 front bumper lines, quickly extinguished the fire with no extension. Owner of the RV wasn't hurt, and we realized that we secured the propane tanks, and we realized that the fire was just contained within the engine compartment, a little bit of the interior of the cab.
Yeah, it was pretty well involved. It went up pretty quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, the winds were strong that day from the south. As soon as the owner of the RV tried to quickly extinguish the fire himself, and when he opened the engine compartment, the wind drove it, and it went up pretty quick.
And then, once again, the driver was not injured as a result of this fire?
Nope, nobody was injured, no extension in any of the property, and the fire was quickly extinguished.
So it appears that it was something to do with the engine?
Yeah, it was a mechanical failure. That's all I could determine.
We'll return in just a moment with your Desert View Hospital Health Tip.